In the shadowy bends of America's Gulf Coast rivers, a prehistoric predator lurks beneath the surface, silent but deadly. With scales like armor and jaws forged by millions of years of evolution, the American crocodile is a symbol of untamed power that has defied time itself. Although often confused with the more abundant American alligator, the crocodile is its own formidable force, sleeker in appearance and far more elusive. Their range once spanned much of the southern coastline, but now they are mostly restricted to select pockets in southern Florida and parts of the Gulf Coast. Unlike their gator cousins, crocodiles prefer brackish or even saltwater environments, inhabiting mangroves, estuaries, and the tidal rivers of this richly biodiverse region. Armed with sensory organs that can detect the faintest movements in the water, crocodiles have mastered the art of ambush. Hidden beneath the murky surface, they wait patiently, often for hours, before exploding upward with lightning speed to grasp their prey. The most terrifying part of their attack is the infamous death roll, a spinning maneuver used to disorient and dismantle struggling prey with terrifying efficiency. It's a sight few ever witness and live to tell about. With muscular tails that can propel them forward like torpedoes, these ancient reptiles launch themselves with astonishing force. Their conical teeth are designed not for chewing, but for gripping, ensuring that once a victim is caught, escape is nearly impossible. The Gulf Coast's rivers provide the perfect backdrop for these predators. Dense vegetation, labyrinthine waterways, and warm temperatures create a haven not only for crocodiles but for fish, birds, and mammals that unknowingly wander into striking range. At dusk, when the golden light of the sun fades behind the cypress trees, crocodiles begin to stir. Their movement is ghost-like, barely causing a ripple as they glide through the water in search of a meal. This is their world, ruled by instinct and perfected over millennia. Though attacks on humans are rare in the United States, the very presence of crocodiles in these waters creates an undercurrent of tension. For scientists, studying these crocodiles presents both a challenge and a necessity. Conservationists have worked tirelessly to track their population and behavior, often using satellite transmitters and drone surveillance to understand their movements. Technology has revealed surprising insights like their use of underground dens and hidden basking areas. However, it also highlights the threats they face. Urban development, rising sea levels, and pollution are encroaching upon their habitat at an alarming rate. The balance between human expansion and crocodile survival is delicate, and in some areas it's tipping toward crisis. Despite their fearsome reputation, American crocodiles play a vital role in their ecosystem. They help control populations of fish and invasive species, and their nests, often built on sandy riverbanks, offer shelter to countless other animals. These creatures are not merely brutes, they are engineers of the swamp, shaping the very environment in which they live. Their presence speaks to the health of the wetland and the intricate web of life it supports. When crocodiles thrive, so too does the ecosystem around them. Historically, crocodiles in the US were hunted to the brink of extinction, their hides prized for leather and their territories viewed as expendable. But thanks to conservation laws and protected areas like the Everglades, their numbers have slowly rebounded. Today they remain a rare sight, but their survival story is one of resilience. Still, sightings in unexpected areas such as northern reaches of the Gulf or even freshwater lakes raise questions about climate change and its influence on species migration. Warmer temperatures are allowing crocodiles to explore beyond their traditional range, blurring the lines between their territory and that of the alligator. The idea of two apex predators coexisting in the same waters is both thrilling and concerning. Though they tend to avoid one another when food is scarce or territories overlap, conflict can arise. Encounters between alligators and crocodiles have been documented, though they're often fleeting standoffs rather than prolonged battles. Each species brings its own set of strengths, but the crocodile's salt tolerance gives it a distinct advantage in coastal environments. This allows it to inhabit regions that might be off-limits to the freshwater-dependent alligator. For locals living near crocodile-inhabited rivers, coexistence has become a matter of awareness and education. Warning signs dot boat ramps and fishing piers, and wildlife officials routinely monitor known nesting sites. In some communities, crocodiles are respected as a part of the landscape, a reminder of nature's enduring dominance. Others view them with caution, especially during nesting season when females become territorial and aggressive. Education campaigns stress the importance of maintaining distance, securing pets, and never feeding wild reptiles. As we peer into the crocodile's lair, we're reminded of a time when the earth was wilder, when tooth and claw ruled the waterways. These creatures are living relics of that primordial world, and their survival into the modern age is both astonishing and fragile. Their story is one of power, patience, and persistence. In a land increasingly shaped by concrete and steel, the crocodile's death roll is a visceral reminder that some forces of nature cannot be tamed. Their legacy slithers through the Gulf Coast's waters, commanding both fear and awe. The question now is not whether we can live alongside these ancient giants, but whether we have the will to protect the wild spaces they need to thrive. Because deep in the tangled roots of Georgia's marshes and the winding arteries of America's Gulf rivers, the Swamp King still reigns. And his kingdom, though shrinking, is one of the last frontiers where nature roars louder than civilization. In the end, the death roll isn't just a show of brute force. It's a symbol of a predator's fight to survive in a changing world, one spin at a time. In recent years, public interest in crocodiles has surged, with documentaries, viral videos, and eco-tourism ventures bringing these fearsome animals into the spotlight. Nature photographers brave the biting humidity of the Gulf swamps to capture rare glimpses of crocodiles basking in silence, their eyes just above the waterline. These images not only captivate but educate, serving as a vital bridge between science and public awareness. Every photograph, every documentary clip adds to our understanding, showing that this predator is not a monster, but a masterpiece of adaptation. Local universities and wildlife organizations are now launching citizen science initiatives, empowering residents to report sightings and track nesting activity. In a time where data is critical to conservation, the eyes and ears of local communities may be the key to safeguarding crocodile populations. Public involvement is changing the narrative, transforming fear into fascination and ignorance into stewardship. As more people learn about the ecological importance of the crocodile, attitudes shift from fear to respect. But the challenges are far from over. Illegal poaching still poses a threat, driven by demand for exotic leather and, in some circles, meat. Enforcement agencies patrol waterways, but the vastness of the marshes makes complete coverage nearly impossible. Enforcement must be coupled with education and outreach to change hearts, not just laws. In that lies the long-term path to coexistence. Looking to the future, scientists are also exploring how rising temperatures and sea levels might reshape crocodile habitats. Some models suggest that in a warming world, the crocodile's range may expand northward, introducing this apex predator to ecosystems that haven't seen it in centuries. This could bring new ecological dynamics as crocodiles compete with established predators for food and territory. Whether this spells harmony or conflict remains to be seen, but the evolutionary resilience of the crocodile suggests it will adapt, as it has always done. In the end, the story of the American crocodile is not just about survival, it's about the enduring mystery and power of nature itself. These creatures are echoes of an ancient world, still carving their mark into the wetlands of modern America. As long as the rivers wind and the marshes whisper, the Swamp King will remain, his silent stare watching from beneath the surface, a sentinel of untamed wilderness.